Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm going to read off of a script. It's probably going to be noticeable. You can see it in my glasses. I love that. Love that so much. Welcome if you're new. So today's video is Crochet Unpopular Opinions. And this is all for fun. I love crocheting, but these are unpopular opinions. These are, opinion number one. Let's get started. Opinion number one: acrylic yarn is not trash. Okay, first of all, I'm starting strong. Acrylic yarn is not garbage. People act like it's not, if it's not hand-dyed alpaca wool from the mountains of Peru, it's basically illegal to crochet with it. Like, no. Acrylic yarn is affordable. Comes in every color. It's easy to wash and it lasts forever. And honestly, some of the softest yarn I've ever touched was acrylic. So yes, I will be using acrylic and I will be happy. Tell me your opinion on every opinion I'm giving in the comments. Opinion number two. Okay, don't jump me. Chunky yarn is cute, but it is also a liar. Because chunky yarn makes you think you're about to have a quick project. Then you start crocheting and suddenly your stitches look like a bunch of worms biting. And don't even get me started on how hard it is to see your stitches in some chunky yarn. It's cute for pictures, but working with it, not always fun. Opinion 3. No-sew projects and patterns are basically lies. If you have ever made a no-sew crochet pattern, you know exactly what I'm about to say. No-sew patterns are lies. Because why am I still sewing on ears? Why am I still sewing on arms? Why am I still attaching things? Like, yes, maybe it's less sew. But no-sew, that is a marketing scheme. Alright, opinion 4. Weaving in ends is the worst part of crochet. And I'm sure many of you will agree with me. I don't care what anyone says. Weaving in ends is the worst part of crochet. It's the worst entirely. It's worse than counting stitches. It's worse than frogging. Because weaving in ends feels like a punishment for having fun. Like, why did I just spend 4 hours making something cute? Just spend another 45 minutes shoving yarn into places it doesn't want to go. It's disrespectful. Opinion number 5. Crochet is not always relaxing. People always say crochet is relaxing. And yes, sometimes it is. But crochet is relaxing until you realize you missed one stitch like 12 rows back. And now you have two choices. Pretend you don't see it, or frog half your project and cry. Crochet is peaceful until it becomes emotional damage. I'm sure some people agree with me on this. And opinion number 6. This is... yeah, magic ring is annoying. Okay, I know. Magic ring is useful, but it is also annoying because it works perfectly until you breathe on it wrong and then it loosens. And then you're sitting there like, okay, so is my whole plushie about to unravel? Cool. I love that. I still use it, but I don't enjoy it. Opinion 7. Amigurumi. I don't know how to say it correctly. first of all, is not beginner friendly. I feel like the crochet world lies to beginners. Because everyone's like, start with a cute little plushie. No, start with a square. Because amigurumi is not beginner friendly. You have to work in the round, count stitches, do increases and decreases, keep track of rows, and then sew pieces together. That is not beginner. That is advanced emotional labor. No beginner is ready for that. Opinion number 8. Sewing pieces on is harder than crocheting the whole thing. I would rather crochet a whole extra body part than sew something on perfectly. Please tell me why I can crochet the cutest plushie ever, and then I attach the arms and suddenly it looks like I got in a car accident. One arm is higher, the head is crooked, the eyes are staring into my soul. Sewing is hard, and I am tired of pretending it's not. I'm sure many of you agree with me on that. Sewing is hard. Opinion number 9. People do not appreciate handmade items enough. This one isn't even funny, it's just real. People do not appreciate handmade items enough. They'll be like, oh cute, you made this. And you're like, yes, it took me 8 hours. And they're like, oh cool. Like, that was 8 hours of my life and hand cramps. Also, people look at you, look at something handmade and say, would you sell it for $10? No, I would not. Opinion number 10. Blankets are the hardest crochet project. Blankets are not hard because they're complicated. Blankets are hard because they take 900 years. You start a blanket in January, and by the time you finish it, it's basically a family heirloom. And then halfway through, you're like, why did I choose this? Who am I? What is my purpose? Blankets are commitment issues in yarn form. And that is all of my opinions. If you agree with me, let me know. If you disagree with me, let me know too, because I love reading the comments on these videos. Drop your unpopular crochet opinion down below. Like something you believe that most crocheters would fight you over. And if you want a part 2, I would absolutely do one because I have more. So many more. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.